Welcome to the Ground Zero
Okay.
podcast.
I'm avoiding legal snags by telling you that I'm recording.
You're going to say this every time we start?
It comes up on the thing.
It doesn't come up when I do it.
Wow.
It's because you're cooler than me.
How's it going anyway?
Day?
Say again?
Productive day?
Yeah. Well, sort of. It's a weird one, isn't it? Because I don't have really any deadlines to go by. So productive in the sense that I spent hours doing one art thing, but I got it done.
Looks good, mate.
You can see why people get paid a lot of money for it, because it does take a lot of time. But, albeit that they don't probably have to spend the time like Googling if I don't know how to do something. It comes a bit quicker.
Do it, won't they?
But say again, chlorine.
So they already know how to do it. What was that?
What?
What was that?
What was what?
What was it? You look remote. What was that for? Your fireplace or something?
My fire, yeah.
Oh, yeah. The same sort of fire that I have in here that you gave me shit for.
Yeah, but yours is gigantic, mate.
How's that? It's the same.
No, it's not.
It is the same.
It's not.
Colourful, wasn't it?
Yeah, but it's not 6 foot.
Mine isn't 6 foot. Mine's the size of a small TV.
Maybe it is the same then, I don't know.
Probably the same. We'll go with that.
I mean, how big's your shed though?
Not as big as that. So, I've never actually measured it, mate, because why are we talking about this?
because we'll do our best to stay away from the topic.
It's hard not to talk about the topic because...
Well, yeah, there's fucking nothing else to talk about.
Yeah, but there is a big thing today, though. Boris the Bullet Dodger has gone into intensive care, isn't he?
Yeah. 2 things on that.
I want you to put your tinfoil hat on before you start talking about this. Go for it.
2 things on that. The first one being both him and Trump, right at the start of this. So what was that, like 3-4 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Both like, nah, it's bollocks. There's nothing to be worried about. It's just the flu. Boris was still going around shaking people's hands, hugging people, meeting people at these things. And now, if it's true, then hey, no, I'm just saying, if it's true that he has had to go into intensive care, which got like nobody wants that. I don't care if you're the hardest left-leaning person going. If you hate Boris Johnson, which I don't, some might say that maybe he should have listened to a few people when they say, mate, you need to like lock your country down. Because like America, it's got, like, I don't know the stats, but I can't be asked to pull them up. But that's gone mental over there, like New Orleans and places like that. Absolutely riddled with it now. And now, lo and behold, a few people from our cabinet, which, like when you look at it, you go, oh no, maybe you should have taken those scientists and the people who actually know what they're talking about a bit more serious, because it's not quite as simple as just keeping the economy going, mate, especially when you get it.
Exactly.
Because they were really blasé about it, and he was still
but
kicking around. And they're still in fuck all about places like London and Brighton.
Yeah.
Well, there was a case today in Hereford. A girl's just been sent to prison for 16 weeks for spitting at a police officer. Now,
good.
I find that disgusting anyway. Like, don't spit at people. It's awful. 2, like, don't spit at people now, because everybody knows that is like the easiest way to.
Spit at a copper, would you? Fucking idiot.
I mean, people do anyway, but apparently through my sources, that's been happening quite a bit in London as well.
Yeah,
All
we
these,
will.
all these. What generation is it? The fucking can't say politically
Generation
incorrect.
Z or whatever it is.
Can't say anything politically
Millennials.
incorrect that offends me. No, not millennials. I think we're technically millennials.
I think
Um,
me and you aren't because we're late 80s.
no, I'm
90s.
pretty sure we've discussed this on the pod.
I don't think so.
Pretty sure we have.
I think
I googled it. I think we're technically millennials. Or Generation X.
Ha!
Maybe.
They're not though. Suck it.
But what the reason they're doing these silly things in these bigger cities, well, not just bigger cities, because it's happened in Hereford, is because they're quote unquote safe.
The best city.
Because they're not though, is what they don't seem to understand, because they're starting to emerge cases where younger people are dying, younger people without underlying issues, and it seems to be a genetic thing. That
and
if you're genetically disposed.
Disproportionate?
No, that would be like you're out of proportion.
Word though.
Disposed. Genetic. Brain tumor. Genetically disposed to certain things, like there may be a reason why in Italy it spread so quickly, and it might be something to do with the genome of your average Italian. that it multiplies in their system quicker. This is only like stuff that I've read and that I've heard from things like Rogan and just being on Twitter and having a Google here and there, because I'm trying to stay away from like the general news and face ache.
That's what I've been trying to do as well.
But yeah, so this anyway, I'll get back on track, and also I need to get back to my second point on Boris. Don't let me forget that. So this girl, she spat at a copper. She knows shouldn't do that anyway. She also knows. She also knows that she basically definitely shouldn't do that now. And it goes back to dickheads licking toilet seats and stuff, because it doesn't matter if I get it, because I'll be okay. But your grandma might not be, mate, when somebody else runs into your grandma. But regardless of that, she's done that. She's got 16 weeks for that's assault. When it is, I think it's battery spitting at somebody. I think if I remember when I did my restraint training and had to do what you couldn't do, I'm pretty sure
it's battery, mate. Yeah,
it's battery.
Right.
Which I mean, yeah, it's gross. No, you shouldn't do it. I wouldn't go as far as battery, but the law's the law.
Assault, brother.
The law's the law, though. And at the end of the day, if that police officer ends up, I have discussed this earlier, but not with you. If that police officer then contracts coronavirus, should that person then not just be in a 16-week detention? Should they then be tried for attempted murder? Because that's what they were trying to do. They were trying to infect somebody, potentially. And I'm not even being a scaremonger or a dick about this stuff. That's just what I think. It's like, the reason the police spoke to her because she was drunk and disorderly out in public. Now, you shouldn't be either of those at the moment.
No, definitely not.
I mean, drunk and disorderly in your own house, that's fine. But you should be roaming around pissed up. So if a police officer has to talk to you and you then spit at them, surely there's the potential there that you've just given them. Potentially, like, you don't know. It might be fine. It might be absolutely fine.
Disease. Virus.
But I mean, you don't know. You don't know if that police officer's got asthma, got high blood pressure, got coronary heart disease got any of those things. You don't know that. And you flob at them, and they've got. I don't even want to sound like a twat here, but I just think that's flop. Yeah.
Don't say flob.
Why not?
Gauze.
Gauze.
But no, in the same instance, mate, there was a bloke I'm pretty sure it was America. He was licking and like spitting on.
Licking toy?
No, it wasn't a toilet. It was on an underground, on a tube. He got done for a terrorist act.
Yeah. Well, now America's not fucking around to a certain extent,
and we shouldn't be fucking around.
But some states are, which is like I've been thinking about these things all day because they've been popping up, and they've been popping up good, and you know what I'm like for finding these things.
Yeah. Go. What you got?
No. I'm going to get back to Boris. Right. So Tim.
Boris?
Right. So I wholeheartedly hope that Boris Johnson does have the coronavirus and is okay, and that I think his wife's pregnant.
Yeah.
But I do hope that he does have the coronavirus, because I came up with a thought yesterday, and I sort of text you this thought, among other thoughts, which we won't talk about on the podcast. But I'm not sure. Like, it just seems a bit too. They've got the bit out of the way where I'm going full Eddie Bravo here, and I don't necessarily believe this myself, but when you look at it from a tactical point of view, they've got the bit out of the way that's hard, and making sure that the people are paid and they're basically going to be okay to live. Then out of the blue, El Capitan gets the coronavirus. He can't attend any more press conferences. He can have a couple of weeks off, can't he? In quote unquote complete isolation. Can't be around anybody else. Bear in mind, like I said, he could be in a shit state, and part of me hopes that he is, and that he just gets better and he's okay, and nothing bad happens. But it just seems very tactical that now he can't talk to anyone. He's told you what to do without actually telling you what to do, which we'll get back onto.
It's annoying.
So yeah, he now can't do anything. He can't talk to anybody. He can now be out of the spotlight, potentially, if he is okay, and this is all a bit of a farce. Work on a strategy in a couple of weeks' time, when it's like, oh yeah, Boris Johnson, first headline: Johnson PM fights and wins against Corona. No. Do you know what I mean? Immediately makes him look like a fucking hero.
Yeah. There's a thing that has literally just popped in my head.
What's that?
Well,
I'm just talking shit here. I've got no evidence. I'm just saying tactically that it just seems to fit.
Drastically downhill, potentially.
Mm-hmm.
How's Charles doing?
Yeah. Oh, Charlie. Philip is all right. HRH. I was begging, and I mean begging. I was watching that, and I thought it was going to be longer. I was begging yesterday for her to say, Charles got the corona. Philip's fine, though. Dirty old bastard. I was waiting for it.
I wanted her to say something along the lines. I thought she was going to give the nation a bit of a bollocking.
No, it was quite a good thing, but also it did it make you laugh at all? Like when it starts up and it's like something off Downton Abbey, and it just like pans. Look at my castles. I'll be fine. I've got moats. And then she's there. It's my grandma, basically sat, always wearing a green same dress with a brooch. No, same green. It's like a box dress Always like she's wearing a box with a brooch. Hair same as ever, never changes. Somebody's been paid to make her look exactly like that and never change.
Just to look like a coin, mate.
So anyway, looks the same always. I've got a moat. No one can get to me with the virus.
There's no moat at Windsor Castle, mate.
Fucking hell, put one in, mate. If it means she ain't getting the rona, mate.
No, she's not, because she's the commander in chief.
You settled on. You're getting slightly annoyed about this, and I can see it in your face.
Hey, you
look like my dad. Then she's not your boss anymore.
It is. Always will be.
But yeah, Charles is fine.
Charles is fine, mate. He probably doesn't even have it either.
Well, you know what reptiles are like when their tails come off? They just regrow a tail.
Yeah.
That's what that. No, but that's what that David. What's his name? David.
Oh,
is it Ike? Ike Icky? David Sticky Icky? He
Icky.
Yeah. Well, it's ICKE, isn't it? Icky. Ike. Sticky Icky. The conspiracy theorist, David Icke.
Oh, yeah, I thought you were talking about Rogan's mate, the really nuts one.
They're all really nuts.
Oh, yeah, but the really, really nuts one that goes off about...
Oh, Alex Jones!
That's it.
No, not Alex Jones. But also, he just had a guy called Eric Weinstein, not Weinstein.
He's the professor at the high school, right?
I can't remember because I listened to it this morning. We're going on tangents galore here, by the way. This is going to be shit for people listening. Yeah, this Weinstein. He 3 hours, and they did like it was like he was on amphetamines or something. He was like that. Talk about one thing, talk about another thing, talk about another thing. There's a British aristocratic lady that's she drills a hole in her head because it's like her being constantly on LSD.
What? Right. What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what I was going to go on to anyway. Right, I sort of realised that Boris Johnson probably is ill, by the way, just so in case Sean gets any hate and your brother's gone mental because he's been in isolation for 4 weeks. It's not that. I was just saying, it seems, and if you were going to come up with a conspiracy, very tactical the time it's come about.
So many. One of them was it's Bill Gates' fault.
Oh, I know. Or Amazon. Amazon created it because it's crushing small businesses and everyone's using Amazon now. Like, if you even think about that from a business perspective, Amazon uses small business to use their big business because people sell their shit on Amazon.
Amazon!
Amazonia.
But, yeah, there's been a few fucking things that's annoying in there with this whole thing. I was very skeptical Hippo when it first came out. I can't lie. I was like, whatever. But then it's like, oh, this shit is actually fucking serious shit. Like a bloke that Reese works with died.
Was he old?
No, he did have underlying health issues. I don't know how old he was, but dead. So it's like, oh, it does happen, right?
No, it does happen. I'm shitting myself, really.
And then obviously,
if I'm on.
I had Neeson on the other day. He was talking us through it and how bad it's been where he is, pulling 16-hour shifts every day, doing overtime shit.
I mean, I King's speech again. I've spoke to paramedics and nurses, not just in conversation. They're mates of mine, and like Georgie's mum and stuff. And I spoke to somebody that used to train at the gym the other day, and she's asthmatic and a nurse, and she's now having to work with COVID people. This is in Hereford. And she's fucking shitting herself.
Of course she is.
Because they're not, I mean, she could not work, but also can't not work. You're a nurse.
Yeah.
Put
But
face
then-
mask on and you like it.
So you've got people that are putting their lives on the line
And then you got twats that spit at cops. I
spit
just
at cops
said
and go,
cops.
oh, the sun's out. I won't go and sunbathe in my garden now. I'll go and prance about Clapham Common.
Fucking Hyde Park, and just fucking close it. Johnson, I know you're having a tough time, mate, but get someone to just say, listen, guys, fucking stop it.
I think it's down to the generation that is formed that it's as though I don't want to close the parks and things because I don't want to offend anyone.
Yeah, but luckily, I think for me and you as dads, we're sort of the tail end of that. So those kids are the people that were just younger than our parents that had kids.
Yeah.
So they were sort of getting to the end of their clubbing days when we were starting.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean. Because my kid, and I haven't brought her up fucking like an angel or anything like that, by no stretch of the imagination. Fucking hell, does she behave herself? I took her out just now. I let her walk my fucking wolf bear dog. And she walked it and she listened to every fucking thing I said when walking him. And I said, listen, give me a couple more days. I'll watch you walking Jack and see if he behaves. If he does, you can start taking him out. Because at the moment she walks Jerry, because Jerry's old and he walks using his shoulders now. He's getting that old. But he does still have to go out, etc. And Georgie likes taking him out. And she even took him out the other evening.
He's a good boy. He's always been a good boy.
Yeah. He's a fucker if he's with Jack, mind. But that opposed, that's not what I'm trying to say. Not fucking Caesar Milaning it. What I was going to say was that she listened to everything I said, and she knew already when I took her out. We quickly nipped to the shop because we've run out of paracetamol, and she's getting to a teenager now, mate, and she's getting to the stage where she needs chocolate, paracetamol, and love films. Which is weird, but it is what it is. So I took her out, took her to get those, and took her past my old house up by the Chinese restaurant. And every time she saw another person, she immediately got Jack to sit down and cross the road. She's 12. Why are there fucking 20-year-old kids out there walking around spitting at fucking cops and going out socializing with their mates? It's only for we're going to be like this for longer.
Hey, behave, because I want to see my family at some point.
Well, that's just it. My mum our mum just lives around the corner. Like, she's asked me a few times if I get a delivery from a butcher, can I just drop her in a couple of steaks or some chicken? She works in a shop, but obviously she's only getting the stuff that they have in the shop. So, and I have to go ring the doorbell, leave it on the doorstep, and that's my time that I've spent out of my house there.
Yeah.
And I'm sticking to that. I'm sticking to that, though.
Same thing, mate. So obviously I'm still working because I'm classed as key worker. The other day we don't have a tumble dryer, so
you didn't have one the other day, or you just don't?
Well, we do have one. It's in the shed. We've got no room in the house. The house is too small.
That's it.
So Mark and Ali pick it up. And
the dishwasher.
Washing machine. Tumble dryer. Anyway. So I was coming back from work and I had to pick up the washing. Mark and Ali come out. We say hello. We're a good 6 meters away.
Mm-hmm.
But Alison would leave it on the floor and then go back in. And then I'd pick it up.
Yeah.
And drive off.
Well,
So here's a funny story for you. So as I was driving home, I saw a couple of parents from the school run. They're sat on a wall talking to their friends, which is fine. They're social distancing, but their kids are running around together.
yeah.
And they're thinking, oh, it's all fine because I'm 2 meters away from her. Yeah, but your kids are mingling with the other kids that are mingling with. And
Oh, mate.
what? Why are people? Hey,
Why are they stupid?
I don't get it. But
Why are they stupid?
is it a handful? Because you look on, it might just be my social media that might have normal people on it.
No. I
But
said this to you on previous episodes.
everyone's moaning about the same people.
Same toilet paper people, though. It's the same.
Yeah.
Like, who are these fucking people? Because I don't know them, apparently. Because everybody else is saying the same shit as me.
Because I'll be saying, hey, were you a dick?
But
But these people should be the people that have to apply for a license to breed, because look what we've created here.
Hey. We're going through some tough times here.
You shouldn't be allowed to breed, mate.
But we're going through some tough times here, but we're also, you're border on the guy I share my birthday with.
Which one? Adolf or
Adolf. Adolf. Adolf.
That's a name,
Also, yeah, apparently you're not allowed. I don't know if that's true.
it should be true.
Let me see if I can do that screen sharing thing with you, because it'd be interesting to see how it comes up. But also, new to this. Oh, I can't. Can't do the shrinking thing.
Shrinky thing.
No, let me do the shrinking thing. I can do it this way though. Oh, we can. Right. Let me see if there's a screen sharing button in there somewhere.
Somewhere, mate.
Where is it?
Me, it'll be on yours, won't it? Because, pardon me. Well, Darren is doing this. We're going to take a quick commercial break.
You can take a commercial break in a second.
Why? Nobody pays me.
Well, that all went a bit funky then.
Why are you doing that? What's the man with no eyes doing around near your house then?
Oh yeah. Hang on, window.
Let's go on there.
Share screen. There we go. Start sharing. Right, can you just see my face now?
I can just see your face and me.
Oh, you can see you.
Yeah.
Can you see anything coming up on my thing?
I can see the bottom. Oh, yeah, mate.
Right. Can you name your child Adolf?
You're going to have so many videos to edit.
Legal baby names.
I didn't realise that it was a thing.
Will it ever be okay to name your child Adolf?
But it shouldn't be.
Banned baby names around the world. Let's have a quick look, see what's on there.
Let's do it, because that's what the
60 banned baby names. Can you see all this?
Yeah.
Fucking young Jamie, you know. Just look at the siblings, Adolf Hitler. Oh, it's all crashing.
You're going extreme now. 60 banned baby names.
Yeah. And funny enough, the website keeps closing.
Not allowed, mate.
No.
Have you noticed something while you're searching for fucking baby names? Have you noticed that every man and his dog is now a home fitness trainer?
Home fitness trainer and also A outdoor walker.
Yes. Like I think I put a status up, isn't it? Like as soon as everyone said you can't go outside,
Everyone goes outside.
everyone goes outside and is now fucking Mo Farah running marathons.
Mm-hmm.
Nutella. You can't call you Nutella.
Messiah is an illegal name.
Messiah, but you can call it Jesus.
Adolf Hitler.
So the whole name.
In 2009, In 2009,
Since 2009.
2009, a 3-year-old New Jersey resident became the subject of contention when a baker refused to decorate a cake for his birthday. Why? His name was Adolf Hitler Campbell.
No, parents are definitely Nazis.
Oh, it's absolutely illegal to put numerical symbols in your baby name.
This is America, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Accented names.
We.
Oh, United Kingdom. You cannot call your kid Monkey. In the UK, you can't give your baby a name that might be considered racist or insulting. For this reason, you can't call your child Monkey.
That's madness. France, you can't call your kid Nutella.
No. Anal.
Why would you call your kid anal anyway? That's brilliant. So yeah, there's
Can you read this one?
I'm not going to read it.
Don't read that out loud, but can you read it?
I don't think I can read that first word anyway.
Mystery. And we'll just...
I ain't reading that.
Oh, the second I in mystery is silent, so that would be Mister.
Oh!
Ah.
You cannot
Germany,
call your kid Osama bin Laden.
A couple in Cologne, Germany, felt moved to name their child this very incendiary name. A judge felt a move.
But
You can't call your kid what?
Can't call your
You
kid
can't call your
Santa
kid.
Claus, mate. This is getting ridiculous. Oh, madness.
Keep reading. Can't call your kids.
Does that say circumcision?
Yeah.
You cannot call your kid circumcision. Full stop.
In Sweden, you can't call your kid
Metallica. You know, in Sweden at the minute, talking about this pandemic, they're still out and about, mate.
Who?
Going into bars and all sorts.
Where's this? Sweden.
I saw it on the news.
I need to stop sharing the screen, don't I? I need to be better at this.
Now there's two of me.
Switch screen or window.
There you go. Look, just for Brendan Sharp, an old school. I think you'd be surprised.
What's it showing now?
Me.
Back to me?
There he is in all his glory.
There we go. So that was a good fun 5 minutes.
Yeah. Cheers.
Maybe that could be a section on the show.
What, a fun 5 minutes?
Not a fun 5 minutes, but find a... Like, we could never run out of that sort of stuff. There's so many laws about the world that are just so silly. And there's still laws, and they've probably been laws since Philip was a young boy.
Isn't there that stupid unwritten law? That law about killing a Welshman outside the cathedral with a longbow.
Yeah.
Did I just make that up?
No, that is actually a law. But it has to be an invading Welshman, I think.
Right.
I don't think it's as simple as just somebody that's Welsh.
Fair one. But yeah,
Speaking of Welshmen, if you give me a second, I will get you some inside exclusive because you probably didn't see it on Twitter.
I have.
Twitter.
I have.
You have?
Yeah. I have. Thank you, boy.
Well,
With a bit
not
of back
so much.
and forth.
Not so much Tanky Boy. It was more Nathaniel. It was one of Tank's mates, I think. I can't confirm that. I've spoke to Mason today, but I haven't spoken to Jack. I speak to Mason
every time I speak to Mason now, because best mates, he's like, "Oh, I can't wait for this to be over so we can go out and have a meal." I was like, "When did we become best mates? This is brilliant."
Yeah. You're right, mate. I told you this before. Like he has a great time when he's on this podcast. He spent 4 or 5 hours talking to you, just to you though, without no bullshit, just having a chat. So, but I mean,
he says he wants to come back on because obviously, well, we need him back on because he's now champ.
Yeah.
So I'll schedule that. I'll schedule that in, reoccurring.
Do it on a day off, so we can do it. Well, actually, I don't know which would work better for him, but for me, like doing something in the. Okay.
So we're all off at a minute, apart from me.
Well, he's not. He's still training. He's still.
Yeah, I know, but he's pretty much off, and he's not in a camp. I think he's just keeping himself busy and ready.
Dana White, Tony Ferguson, Justin Gaethje.
18th of April.
I think I didn't look at the thing, but Tony.
I saw he put
Tony signed.
They signed it via a electronic thingy, didn't he?
Yeah.
But Gaethje put a pretty good little.
I like the Joe Kawasaki in the background, by the way.
He's good, isn't he? Got me, Joe. Bergie's on the other side.
She had a good pop career.
You did, mate. Twat. Where is it? I literally just liked it a second ago. Here we go. Hashtag for the people. I'm terrified and I fucking love it. That's what Justin Gaethje said.
Wow. At least he's terrified. What's my my sound like? Because my mic's flashing at me. Hang on. I'm still here.
Still there. You sorted out a few technical difficulties.
Not really.
Nah, not really.
There we go. Back in the room.
Do you know what's annoying about this fucking pandemic?
Rona.
Well, apart from everything. But there's nothing else in the news.
That's not annoying. What the hell?
Well, it is because
whoa, my.
It's nice to have a bit of a varied subjects to talk about other than pandemic. Have you seen the documentary on it? Not on this, but on pandemic on Netflix. Hello. What are you doing? You back in the room?
Yeah.
I was saying, have you seen the documentary on pandemic on Netflix?
Well, I started watching it and fell asleep.
Yeah, I've watched the first one.
There's that other one in there. It's condominium or something like that. Contagion.
Contusion. Contagion.
Condensation.
Oh yeah, it's
Condemnation.
actually quite a good movie. I watched it the other day.
Yeah.
There's a lot of bits in it, and you're like, oh yeah. But if they were doing as much as they said they're doing on these documentaries and that, with in regards to the what's it fucking got? The exercises that they do. It's the only way I can describe it. Where they reenact having a mass pandemic and how they would
Deal with it.
And
You're saying triage?
Like, yeah, that's the word.
Well, you're saying triage like you're an equestrian.
No.
Don't they triage horses?
Probably, but a triage is when you.
I know what a triage is. You don't
you
get
should.
to say that word willy-nilly.
I can.
Triage. Fucking triage.
I could technically go into the same job.
Here on Granite Zero podcast, we also ride horseback.
I don't know, do I?
You are a jockey. You skip.
I try and stroke a fucking horse. Like a horse
right.
And electrocute myself.
Right. You just hold that thought. Do some ads. I'm going to grab a glass of wine because I didn't bring it in with me. Have you got ads to do?
I can do it. Combat
Fuel. They make great t-shirts.
It's a great t-shirt.
It is a great t-shirt. Fits great. That exact t-shirt, limited edition, still got some in stock. Stock.
One
right.
left.
Seconds, I'll just quickly grab this wine.
All right. While Little Brown is going to get wine, I'm going to quickly butt in and talk about a couple of friends of the show. So we've got the powerful Combat Fuel. Now, if you put in the promo code Warrior15 at checkout, you get yourself 15% off. You are welcome, courtesy of me, Granite Zero. Also, you got Right Flank. Now, they make great workout apparel. They also help and support many other veteran projects. They stop working. Put in the promo code FLANKED15 and get 15% off. Checkout. Also, Dead Mammoth Coffee. If you like great coffee and you like your veterans, drink Dead Mammoth Coffee. Put in the promo code MIL15 for 15% off at checkout. Also, they are roast to order and they grind it specifically to your tastes. At the minute, obviously, through the pandemic, distribution might be slow, but it will get to you. Last but not least, fucking lost it. Infusion CBD. Now, Infusion CBD is the best in Britain. That's not just my opinion. That is the opinion of many, 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 many people. Now, if you have depression, anxiety, sleep disorders, eating disorders, muscle soreness, strains on your muscles and tendons, etc., etc., etc. The list goes on. There's scientific proof that CBD will help you through all these problems. I, for one, use the oil and the muscle rub to get my knees back into fucking shape because they are fucked, and my ankles. So, yeah. Those be my ads. They'll also be at the start of the show. And as we are talking, in comes Darren William. Darren William James Thompson. Simon.
So just quickly, have you used to do a hello? Have you talked about the horsey yet?
Not yet, mate.
I'm going to try and get that to go viral.
Yeah, it was brilliant. Right, so I've talked you through it. So we went out for a family walk, as you do.
Can you not tell a joke and can I try and guess it?
You want to try and guess my joke?
Yeah, I think I can guess it, but carry
Yeah.
on.
So we were walking through. Jess already had the ump because I told her that it was a family walk, not a family get on your pink bike ride. So
Okay.
she's annoying on it because you can't stop. So we were walking along. She had the fucking ump. As I was walking, a little yappy dog jumped up from a fence, started barking at me. That made me fucking shit myself. Can't lie. I was like, oh, fuck. So I was already a bit edgy, right? So I carry on walking. And we get to a bridle path where there's a load of fucking chickens, geese. And then obviously,
You just said bridle path, but cool.
what was it called?
No, it's fine. You can say bridle path if you want.
What was it called though?
It's just a path.
Okay. It's definitely got a bridle path though.
Why?
I don't know why. That's what it said on the sign. Anyway, Sophia and Jess wanted to get close to the horse. So I picked him up. So they could stroke on its nose, all that sort of stuff with the big squishy nose that they've got.
Oh, I love a squishy nose on a horse.
And Kate went to me, is that an electric fence? And I said, no, it's not an electric fence. And I touched it, nothing happened. So I then passed Sophia off, passed Jess off, back to Kate, and I was about to tell my joke. To which, if you listen to the video, you can hear a little buzzing sound start on the fence. And my big fat ass touched the fence. And I got a huge shock.
It's if I can, when I do the video for this, I will now insert the
I
video.
can get the video up. Do you want me to get it up?
I mean, never say that to me again. But
Do you want me to put the video up? Will it work that way?
I mean, yeah, you can do it that way. If I can, I'll see if I can just insert it.
Yeah.
And I'll cut this shit out.
I know, it sucks this rona stuff, doesn't it? You don't have to have a long...
No.
Not work?
No, it worked. It was working.
Oh.
It's just got to hold it further away because you can. There you go. There.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I know, it sucks this rona stuff, doesn't it? You don't have to have a long...
I must have seen that about 18,000 times. I think the 600 views I've got on that is mainly me.
So I reckon the punchline to that joke was, "Why's the long face?"
Yeah, yeah, it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was gonna be. I was gonna send it to the lads as if to say, "Look at my shit joke," and then I electrocuted myself.
Yeah. It's even better. I'm going to try and get that to go viral. I'm going to be posting that tomorrow if I remember. So,
I might send it something like the Lad Bible or something like that.
yeah. Well.
Yeah,
So another current event.
Go for it.
Well, I'll try and do the same thing you just done. And see if it has a similar effect. If not, again, I can insert this into the pod. But this keeps happening. This keeps happening.
Oh yeah. fucking recognition skills are a bit rusty. I thought it was a Merlin to start with, but I put it.
It does look. It looks like a Merlin because I looked that up when you messaged me. So that might be a Merlin. I googled it and it did look a bit like that, but then when you said it was a Puma,
the Puma's got the bigger bit at the front.
Yeah.
Yeah, I put it to the spotters on the group.
Mhm.
And Burrow's got it within seconds.
Which good. I'm glad he did.
But he should have done because that's his job now. Is actually he's a JTAC, so they control aircraft to drop bombs and shit.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm interested to know what the hell they're doing, mate. Because it's all well and good saying they're doing drills and stuff, but it's fucking weird. It's twice in a week, and then they're not just flying in and doing a random thing in a random field in Herefordshire. They literally, Georgie came out to me and she went, "Dad, the house is shaking. What was that?" And I was like, "It was those helicopters again." And they were lower this time. They literally came in. I saw them last week. I don't know if I told you. I have got a video from last week, and I was in the garden, so it was different. But the reason that I knew that this was happening today, which this is going to make you piss yourself, I was in the shower, and literally my shower screen that I just put up yesterday, because I'm DIY man now, was just started going like this. I was like, "What the hell is that?" And then I had my phone on a podcast, and I've got it on. So I've got my shower here, and I've got a little soapy thing that can slide down with and I put my phone face down on that, and I listen to a podcast or music while I'm in the shower. And I was like, hang on. Quickly nipped out of the shower, still soap. Soap from the nipples to the torso and under the arms and everything. So slippy. Get out, open the window, hear like the. It's like, oh, brilliant, get my phone. Went to get my phone, couldn't get the phone out of the soapy thing. And then my hands and everything's so soapy, and so's my armpits, so I got no traction. Stopped juggling the phone, didn't drop it, managed to catch it, but then my fucking phone screen's soaking wet, so I can't control the phone with my thumbs. Had to dry it off. By the time I put my head out the window, all I can see is that right. So normally they fly like that, don't they? Sorry, this is literally for the video podcast only. They fly like that. This fucker's like this, going past my window, not like real close, but enough that I can see a soldier in there with a gun. This goes. And then another one comes straight past. I was like, oh, hallelujah. Finally get the video on as they're going over like little residential bit. Only place that I can think that they've landed is, you know where the walkie-over bridge is now? By the sewage place?
Yeah, I know. Nobody else does. The walkie-over bridge.
It doesn't. Well, that's all it's for.
Bridge. That bridge.
Hereford spent millions on a bridge that you can only walk or cycle over. But they've got a congestion problem in the centre of town. The most Hereford thing of all time. So there's a walkie-over bridge, but all around there is like Bartisham Dairy.
Yeah, I know the place.
Right behind the mad scientist Adrian Hartland's house. Directly behind that, it's just like fields everywhere. Which is where I was walking my fucking wolf bear dog when I phoned you the other week. It was like, this is really cool. It's like there's nobody here. There's everybody there now. Everybody. Try and go for a walk at any time of the day. You're like, oh, my field's been taken over by zombies.
Not anymore.
Oh no, but that must be where they're landing. But I don't know why. Why would they have to? But why would they think about it from a non-taking the piss point of view? What?
Go home,
Why?
shoot you.
Hmm?
Go home or I'll shoot you. Training.
But why would they train there? It's quite a highly populated area.
So people realise. Yeah, well, it could be tinfoil hat. People seeing that and then going, "Oh look, they're mobilising."
That's what I thought. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, right, it's 2 weeks in a row now. First week, I thought maybe they're just practicing. It's the second week.
It might be still just getting certain fucking.
But those fields, what I can't understand about those fields, because there's loads in Hereford you could land in.
Oh yeah.
And not be a human in sight. Regardless of whether you're training for that or not, that place has got a walkover that goes to Rotherwas from the Hampstead Dean Tupsley area. So regardless of whether you're trying to be sneaky beaky or not, there's always a chance. Like you fly into one of them fields, there's going to be people, so it's going to compromise your landing, surely.
Yeah, they wouldn't be. They would have. They would have to have the LZ set, especially if they're landing in a public area, because of the.
But that's what I said. That's what I said to you, though. I checked, not on purpose. I literally just typed low flying aircraft in Herefordshire, and the second link was the government thing to low flying aircraft for coronavirus.
Yeah.
So I thought, all right, I'll check it, and it's got 3 different documents. One's for Central Wales, one's for Scotland, and one's for the southeast of England.
Which is me.
There's no mention of Hereford, and I thought that's what I said to you. Yeah, maybe because it's Hereford, they're probably not listing it. But at the same time, it's weird, and like I said, it's like I've lived in Hereford forever, so I've seen the parachutists going off. I've seen the helicopters coming in, and then you see people abseiling out. I've seen all of that. This is weird. This is like the helicopters are not far off fucking roof level, and there's only even certain military that can fly that low. Maybe it's different now. Maybe they've changed the.
They would have
protocol.
to have they'd have to have a protocol in place for them to be flying that low over residential areas.
But mate, it is fucking low. My house was shaking.
It's not even the Eurofighters and that are allowed to fly low around the airbase.
Well, you wouldn't want a Eurofighter flying low anywhere, would you? But
No, saying it's like around the air bases and things like that. They've got to be a certain height.
Well, let me tell you, I didn't get phone footage of it, and hopefully the next time it happens, I'm a bit more fucking ready, and I've got my phone in my hand. But I could see the face of the soldier with his gun in his hand, and it didn't have a yellow thing on the front, which I'm pretty sure means that it's not a pretend little pow.
No, that's just yeah. It turns a real gun into it fires blanks. That's what that is.
Yeah, it didn't have that. And he wasn't sat and he wasn't stood, and he wasn't holding on to a gun. He was literally holding on to his gun and looking out the side of this fucking chopper as it basically did this. That's my fucking house. I was like that. Oh. It's going to happen though if people keep spitting at police officers.
Yeah, mate. fucking madness.
Like I said,
Just
I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what they could be training for. I think what you said earlier, like a quick in, quick out sort of situation, and like the more I thought about it, I was like, well, that would make sense because if the police can't handle something like Birmingham or London, what better thing to send in is a big fucking helicopter with a load of people come out and go, get the fuck inside with a weapon. It's a bit scarier than a police officer. But other than that, I was like, fuck. Is it worse than what we thought? Why the fuck?
Unless they're getting ready to do the full lockdown.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
And then expecting riots.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Like a riot situation somewhere like London or Birmingham, Liverpool.
Yeah,
possibly. It won't be in Hereford. Like the majority,
no.
You get the odd dickhead in Hereford, but the chances are if the military roll up in Hereford, is that a pop socket? Majority of people.
0.
Oh, okay. Got one. I got one. Look. My hair's getting wilder and wilder as this podcast goes on. I'm growing it. Fuck this shit. I'm the youngest 40-year-old alive. I'm younger than Chris D'Elia.
Mate, that fucking home workout video we fucking did. Where he's doing his kettlebells.
Have you seen his hand washing?
No.
First of all, have you seen his bit about that? When he talks about being like the fitness guys on Instagram, and he talks about never giving up, always moving forward. I just got big muscles. Yeah, you've seen it, yeah. Well, that's what that's from, and he was just ripping it because obviously it's getting worse with this whole Rona. But you haven't seen him washing his hands?
No.
Fucking hell. Well, you know he takes the piss with his singing and he does his whoa.
Yeah.
He sings that all the time. And he took the piss out of his fucking hell, what's his name? Brent Warren or something, because his friend can sing really well, and he talks about you're a comedian, don't real sing, and it'd be like going on stage and singing "Kissed by a Rose" by a fucking seal, and trying to make it sound funny. Like, there's so many things you could tell me. He goes, that's not funny, dude. But in fucking washing his hands.
There's a lot of discrepancy on how long you should be washing your hands to keep clean for this coronavirus. So what I do is I sing a full song while I'm washing my hands. This way I know by the time I'm done with the song, my hands are completely clean. So you can pass this along to your friends and family. But this is how it goes. A little bit of water, a little bit of soap. You start singing. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am so strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to be all I can be. You raise me up so I can walk on water.
Wait for it, wait.
You raise me up to be all I
Stopped.
Yeah, it's finished.
You raise me up.
Oh, brilliant. I think I've just seen on this thing. Have you heard about the this is another thing I wanted to bring up. You and I went to a Christian school, and fortunately, it wasn't a weird Christian school. They did some Christian stuff. Have you seen? What's the guy's name? Shit, it's
I
just.
am wanting him. He's
Hold on, let me see if I can find his name. Kenneth Copland.
I don't like that name.
Yeah, it sounds like a wrestler. It sounds like a wrestler's name. But do you want to see what Kenneth Copland has been doing? He literally did the thing that spreads the Rona so bad to get rid of the Rona in his church. Because this was one of the subjects early on, like an hour ago, I was saying I wanted to talk about, was religious people going to church and saying it's okay because I'm covered in Jesus's blood. Okay, I'll give you Kenneth.
I can't wait for the scientist to see it.
I'm blue! The wind of God! The wind of God! On you. On you. You are destroyed forever. You are destroyed forever. Hey, you old dipshit. That's literally the best way to spread it.
Correct fucking dickhead.
Oh.
But
He exercised COVID.
I can't wait for the scientists to figure it out so that they can say God did it.
It's literally the same. I'm not even joking. I hope this works. I hope this works on the video podcast. I hope the audio fits with this. It's like COVID. I am your father.
Got a fucking lightsaber. Oh.
And then people believing me. It's fucking ridiculous.
So stupid.
So other than COVID-19, there's no football.
No football. I like how things like Radio 1 and I've seen it on Twitter how they're trying to like play matches. So they did noughts and crosses.
Oh, I tell you what. Well, I've
Which
only
is quite
listened to
funny.
Radio 1 a little bit, and I'm sure you have because of driving to work and stuff. Fucking hell, is it annoying?
So
You-
it's quite
No. Oh no, the bit I listened to was that really really nice guy that did the morning show that now does the evening show. You know who I'm talking about. He was doing a show and he was trying to be funny, and because he's gay, it's funny. And if it was anybody straight, you don't get away with it on the radio. A thing called ball bag. So basically, he was doing.
Grimshaw.
I didn't want to say it.
Yeah, go on.
He was doing this thing. I'm pretty sure it was him anyway. But basically, he's gay. It's fine. But he can say stuff on the radio that straight people can't. Like, I couldn't go on and go, I'm going to play a game called Ball Bag. And he did exactly that. Because COVID and because gay. And they basically were trying to make a big fucking joke about the fact that they had to take a ball out of a bag and what was on the ball was what they'd have to read out on the radio. And it was just that like sort of shtick comedy that you just go, just play a tune, mate.
Yeah, it's annoying.
More people are probably
I was
listening if you
listening
played a ball bag. But, that wasn't even funny in the 80s.
I was listening to. Scott Mill. They do the Who game, which is actually quite funny.
Yeah, I've heard
where
that.
We've done it before. Not, you know, where
When
you
he
find
goes,
something in the last. Yeah, he goes, Who?
yeah.
Who? Like Tetris. Who? I think it's quite funny.
Yeah, that's funny. That's not him like chucking an innuendo in prime time radio. You're shouting. Yeah, but he's shouting out ball bag right in the middle of the drive home for most people when they've got the kids in the back and the parents find it funny and the kids are going, ha ha ha, ball bag. It's like, it's not funny, dude. You're literally saying a shit joke now. You're saying you're telling a joke about your dick or your ball bag, which is exactly what every stand-up comedian ever tries to stay away from doing, because it's easy to tell a funny joke about that.
Especially if it's really little.
No, but like pointing in place is that you sent that thing of Roy Keane today.
Yes.
I'm talking about size of people's knobs in the changing room. Right, that's funny because it's like, ha ha ha, yeah, it's funny. But if that's your job, is to entertain people and make them laugh. That's a cheap way of doing it. That's why comedians always say, I just tell dick and shit jokes. Because like, I was taking a shit, and immediately you're gonna go, ha ha ha, poo poo.
Poo jokes.
I don't know
That's
why
how
I just
Eddie Murphy started, isn't it?
Yeah, he was doing Richard Pryor jokes. Well, Richard Pryor style jokes, but talking about taking a shit because that's all he knew how to do. Yeah, but sometimes don't you hate it when your ass don't cooperate with you? Clench up and break the shit in half. You be mad as a motherfucker too, because you know you gotta be wiping flowers and shit. 6 whole rolls.
Me and Kate will not become friends because of that. Even now.
What?
She doesn't like Eddie Murphy. His stand-up.
She doesn't like it?
Nah, she said it's not funny. I was like, have you seen it properly, though? Because it's funny.
What do you mean? Like, anybody that tells me that Kevin Hart is funny, that then tells me that Eddie Murphy isn't funny, I'm like, what?
Thank you.
It's not the same, but it's not the same. But I mean, you can see it from a lot of comedians. I mean, I'm not a comedian, but I listen to a lot of comedians, and I watch a lot of stand-up comedy. Like, it makes me like people say, "Oh, I don't like Joe Rogan." So, what do you mean you don't like Joe Rogan? Yeah, this is American comedy. It's like, do you realise, like, Ian Edwards is best mates with Joe Rogan, and he finds him absolutely hilarious. And I'll be like, oh, well, I just don't find him funny. I'm like, what? Don't you find funny? They're saying funny things.
Yeah.
The one thing that I tell you that, I mean, I might be completely contradicting myself here, but one-liner comics. So, you know, like when you watch what are those shows that they have on the telly? It's how infrequently I watch the telly. The shows where you got Dara O'Brien.
Oh, Mock the Week.
But yeah, and when he makes them go and stand up and do a little bit of chit chat.
Yeah.
But the guy that wears the Bermuda shirt and then he just goes, "Shall I tell you about my friend that walked down the street the other day? He fell off the curb." Jokes like that. I'm just like, mate, I'm out. Give me a story or something. I can't, like, one-liners, I can't.
I was watching
Mitch Hepburn. I can deal with.
I was watching Bert Kreischer, his new one.
Oh,
Hey, big boy. Oh, mate, I was in stitches.
I didn't realise this until I changed phones and got on this MacBook. I've been listening to Joe Rogan, Bert Kreischer, etc. for I think longer than 10 years now. And I've listened to every episode of their podcast.
You're a cool guy.
Or a mentalist. There's something.
Yeah, I think there's a fine line between a cool guy and a mentalist.
Yeah. What? Slight deviation. What do you think about that artwork I did earlier? We won't describe the artwork or discuss the artwork too much. Do you like it?
Yeah, it's good. I think you're annoying. Stop being good at shit.
What do you mean? Oh, have you used the new tune?
No, I haven't yet.
Oh, well, I'll go fuck myself then.
No, it's ready, but I haven't uploaded anything yet because waiting for the audio.
Oh, yeah. I would say, mate, that I've been busy, but I haven't.
Nah, it's all right. It is what it is at the minute.
People
know that I'm working fucking, and this is my hobby. So, come on, people.
It's not even that, because I'm not working, but I am working at the same time.
Yeah, you got fucking shit to do, mate. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
No, I've been doing fucking Spanish lessons 24/7.
You're all right now. It's Easter holidays.
You'd think, wouldn't you?
Hey,
do
you realise what fucking Jess and Sophia said to Kate on fucking Thursday? They were like, "Oh, don't worry about school tomorrow, mummy, because it's an inset day."
Ha! That's brilliant.
Kate was like, "Yeah." Funny.
But it's funny because and probably not go on much longer now, but because you'll probably get in trouble. But
I'm not as pissed as I was the other night.
Have another whiskey though. Go on.
She caught me swaying.
No, I mean, genuinely, have another whiskey now because that one's gone.
I went outside because obviously I went through most of Jack and pretty much most of whatever this one is. Talking to niece.
Duncan Valentine.
I don't know what the fuck it is, maybe it's nice.
Valentine's. It's a Scotch.
Scotch, mate. I love Scotch.
Scotch.
But for the 2 hours and 40 minutes that I was talking to the niece for, I plastered a fucking... There was no half measures in these fucking shots I was pouring myself. He was like that. Just necking it. I was outside, mate, and I was like, the light's on upstairs, but I don't think she's up there. I'm just going to take a fucking piss. Just taking a piss in the garden. Thinking that I couldn't see Kate, but Kate was stood in the window. And I was like, for the benefits of the fucking thing, I was just swaying. That's fucking longest piss ever, mate. I got in, she went, "You were out there for a long time." I was like, fucking right, I was. I'd work the next day. Let's say didn't do much.
Saving the world, mate. Key worker. How the fuck? Right. How are you not on furloughed pay right now?
Because I'm a key worker.
In the sense of your...
In the sense that we've got Kent Scientific on our side that we look after.
Fine.
And
as soon as you said that, mate, that's fine.
And we've got Genesis Care, which looks after...
Fucking Phil Collins!
Genesis Care, mate. They look after fucking cancer patients.
Phil Collins! They look after Phil.
Not Phil.
Oh, God. Hang on.
The rest of the band.
Oh, fuck the rest of the band. No one cares about the rest of the band. Oh God, I hope this doesn't come up with ads. It's gonna. It's gonna. No, it's not. Can you just say?
Come on.
You wouldn't believe this video. Could you just say Janus is scientific one more time for me? Are you frozen?
Jonas' cat. No.
All right, say it.
Jonas' cat. Team mine. Don't play too much of it. Get kicked off. I don't want to get kicked off YouTube. You're gonna get me kicked off YouTube. You're gonna get me kicked off YouTube.
Phil Collins. Also, when let me just before I go, I gotta do one more.
Turn that off before I get kicked off YouTube.
I don't know why. I just love hearing it. So when people say that it's okay, well, no, we should be social distancing.
Yeah.
Invest as little as £1.
Hang on. Ah, of course there's ads. Two ads.
I didn't trust teachers. I didn't trust politicians. I didn't trust people on the evening news. It was on a divine in furniture joint said $1 by the week.
So we have to social distance, guys. Guys of Granite Zero. But it's okay if you want to go to church.
Tell the people to put their hands against yours, and I will give $18 million by the weekend. Touch the screen. Touch the screen.
You see the face on the TV screen, coming at you every Sunday. See the face on the billboard. Well, that man is me.
Hi, Corona.
Fuck Corona. Get out now. But also, we'll be fine, guys.
You will be.
We'll be fine. Just do your bit. For fuck's sake, do your bit. I think that Chris Smith is doing his bit.
What, by listening to the podcast?
Yes. You know who else I think is doing their bit?
My mum.
Big Black Birth.
Big Black Birth. He loves
You
it.
know, he shaved his head.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, he looks like 2001 Noel Gallagher. Do you want to see Birth with his shaved head?
Why has he gone isolation cut?
I don't know. I'm not doing it, mate. I'm going the opposite. I don't know if you can tell.
I live with a hairdresser, and I've decided to go and not do anything with it.
Yeah, that's... At least give her something to fucking do, you cunt.
I have. She's a teacher now.
What? She's a full-time mummy?
Full-time mum. It's not a job!
The photo's gone now.
What do you mean it's gone? You must
He-
have sent it.
Fuck it. No, he's taking it down. I can't press it. Also, big shout out to Mum, because I know you listen to it sometimes, but never all the way through. So at this point, you're not listening. Oh,
Your Mother's Day card is in the post.
right. Because I reckon we still got 5 minutes, and that's an hour and a half that I get to speak to my brother every now and again. What about me setting up a big Skype thing? Georgie, you, the kids, Kate, phone up Donna. Mum, you know that text I sent you earlier and said that we're doing a big Skype call and everyone's going to be involved? She turned around and went, I'm fucking sleeping.
Yeah. Tired bear.
I was like, really? Mum, there's like everyone here. We're doing this for you because we would normally do this just like me and Sean, and then the girls could talk to each other, etc. We're literally meeting at this time because you've just finished work. I'm fucking bollocks. You're working.
That for a minute.
You're working the same hours as you did before. Four.
Strange, mate. Strange times.
Anyway, let's call it a day.
Okay,
Yeah, I reckon if we listen back to this, we'll go, what were we talking about? It's been very all over the place.
Very over the place, but
Hello.
Skål.
Good to have a chat, mate.
Always. Yup.
Beard's looking full.
Fucking beer's looking shit, mate.
Oh. Just because I can't be asked to text you in a bit. Have you got a GTA 5?
No.
Free. It's free on Xbox, but...
Cowboy.
Yeah, I know. I'm kind of into GTA now.
Okay. Cowboy.
Okay.
Oh, dude.
Catch you later.
Ciao for now.
Bye-bye.